18. Sun has been up for about 3 hours now. Unfortunately, a lot of people haven't seen it yet because of the low clouds and the fog. You can see about a dozen surfers or so out there looking for a big wave to ride in. There's a little one guy or gal catching one there. So Michelle, will it be a beach day today?
Yeah, it's going to turn into one, especially after, say, 10 o'clock this morning. That's when skies will really start to brighten up at the coastline, happen a little quicker inland spots. Visibility already, though, improving from the thick fog that we had overnight and early this morning. We're back up now to over a mile for the visibility in Newport. Still some thick fog for those taking a ferry over to Block Island or Martha's Vineyard this morning. It's all because that dew point has been rising. We are sticky right now and going to continue to see those numbers climbing. Dew points in the mid and upper 60s over the next several days. That's quite muggy for us, and it comes with warmer than normal temperatures too, so it's a real summer feel for us, and we're getting close to summer, just 2 days away now, but this will feel more like mid or late July. It'll come with those low clouds and fog each night and early morning, and there's little to no rain in that 7-day forecast. We could use it at this point, but very little of it expected. Looking at the middle 60s for the temperatures for those leaving the house early this morning. 65 in Taunton, upper 60s in Boston, mid 60s in Westerly and Newport, and we're in the low to mid 60s in Richmond and in Narragansett. So the warmest spots are going to be inland today. Winds will be off of the water. The low clouds and the fog pretty much gone in most spots by 10 o'clock in the morning, then continuing to clear out as we head into the afternoon, and then just some high clouds around that won't do much to block the sun shine. The temperatures at 9 o'clock in the morning should be back into the lower to middle 70s inland. Coastal areas will be in the middle 60s by the midday hours, upper 70s in Providence, lower 80s in Smithfield and in Taunton, and about 70 degrees in Newport. So it does turn into a warm summer-like afternoon, and warmest spots like Smithfield, Taunton, lower to mid 80s, 80 degrees in Providence at 3 o'clock in the afternoon with the winds coming up off the bay. New Bedford should hit highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s, and it's still quite mild heading into the early evening hours. Notice those beaches are a little bit cooler. We should make it as high as the lower to mid 70s for our temperatures, though. Water temperature 62 degrees. Now, with the week that we have ahead of us, that water temperature is going to be rising. Surf right now about 2 to 3 feet, and the rip current risk is low. On the bay, visibility is improving. Waves 1 to 2 feet. High tide was at 6:30 this morning, and a low tide just before noon. Evening stays warm and muggy. We won't drop much below the low and mid 60s for overnight lows, and once again we'll see some fog forming along the coast, then spreading inland through the night. So it should be another gray start tomorrow morning, but just like today, expecting that to thin to mostly sunny skies. This big area of high pressure is still going to control our weather in the next couple of days, starting to actually slide to the south and east, which promotes more of a southwest wind. That's where we're going to really start to see that warm and humid air continuing to pump in. So here's what it's looking like in the 7-day. Lots of summer heat for us. Lower 80s today, mid 80s tomorrow. Saturday's highs, upper 80s in places like Attleboro and Pasco. Providence in the middle 80s, and even the coastline on Saturday should be in the mid to upper 70s, and we'll see similar conditions for Father's Day on Sunday, just a couple of degrees cooler, and again, fog in the morning hours this weekend.